Have you ever felt guilty for putting off work until tomorrow? That annoying feeling that you aren't living up to your full potential and that you prefer comfort over growth? Then let me tell you, you are not alone. There are many great characters in the anime Blue Lock, but there's one that sees himself as nothing less than the king, and I'm talking about Barou. He sees himself above everyone else, maintaining an air of arrogance and selfishness. When it comes to playing, Barou is that kind of player who's not exactly eager to pass the ball to his teammates. If he loses possession, he's going to do everything in his power to snatch that ball right back or score a goal. But Barou does something unimaginable in one of the later episodes of Blue Lock. He passes the ball. This happens when Isagi, the protagonist of the anime, gives him a command. Barou, who's used to being the star of the show, decides to be a part of someone else's goal. Barou's self-assured world shatters, replaced by a sense of despair that grips his heart. It's like his confidence has taken a hit and he's left questioning himself. He wonders if this was defeat and notes that he didn't make that pass but was forced to do it. Barou realizes that at that moment he lost to Isagi. As the game resumes, something shifts within Barou. He reached a point of acceptance that the spotlight now belongs to Isagi and his goals. And he's surprisingly okay with it, almost as if he's relieved from the pressure of being the main character. In the blink of an eye, Barou surrenders his entire gameplay, his very identity. It's almost as if he spent his life watching football on TV, while Isagi lives exactly how he wished for. But then Barou finds himself in a new scenario. This time Barou and Nagi are looking at an open goal. The easy pass is right there, tempting him with the promise of comfort. We all have been in situations where the easy way out looks tempting. But he pauses, takes a deep breath, and thinks about the route he would be taking if he took the easy way out. He asks himself, is it worth sacrificing my long-term goals for this temporary comfort? It's as if he has to choose between short-term ease and long-term growth. It's a reflection of what Coach Ego Jinpachi later mentions in the episode. Most people shy away from engraving the feeling of defeat in their minds. They avoid admitting their mistakes by creating a web of excuses almost unconsciously. But not Barou. He's determined to break that cycle. He refuses to let excuses shape his future, so he holds back from making that pass. Isagi notices something in Barou's eye. It's like Barou has awakened to a new perspective. He's done being the supporting character. If Isagi is the lead, then Barou is ready to embrace the role of the villain. He's ready to devour Isagi's light and to challenge him. Barou's determination reaches its peak as he takes the shot and scores that goal. The field becomes the stage for Barou's redefined identity. Barou's experience on the field teaches us a valuable lesson. It's all about confronting defeat head-on. Just like Ego explains, defeat is a natural part of competition. Even if you are the best, you won't win every time. What really matters is how you react to that defeat. It's life's way of putting us to the test and forcing us to grow. When it comes to average players, Ego's words are spot on. They often avoid taking responsibility for their mistakes and look for excuses for their actions. They convince themselves that not giving up is the best option. Ego refers to this as dream doping, which means they are fooling themselves into thinking they are making progress without facing their weaknesses. But here's the key. Those who continue to fight even in the face of despair are the ones who hold the power to turn their dreams into a reality. It's like a test of character, a way to prove how much you want what you are chasing after. Just like Barou, you have a choice when things get tough. Now, speaking of facing discomfort and choosing the path of growth, I can totally relate. I have this YouTube channel, and while I love creating content, I absolutely hate writing scripts. There have been countless times when I thought, I'll write the script after some time or tomorrow. It felt like choosing the easy way out, comfort over discomfort. But you know what I realized? Every time I did that, I was pushing my video recording and editing as well. It was a domino effect of procrastination. Then I learned from my own mistake. I realized that in order to achieve my long-term goal of making my YouTube channel well known, I needed to prioritize the things I disliked as well. So I started writing scripts on time even though I hated it. Why? Because I shifted my focus to a bigger picture, the long-term goal. And let me tell you, it made a world of difference. Procrastination, my friends, is a sneaky companion that often tempts us into choosing the short-term comfort over long-term fulfillment. It's that voice that says, I'll do it later, tomorrow is another day, or I'm just not in the mood right now. And while it might seem harmless in the moment, it slowly chips away at our progress, pushing our goals further away. But here's the thing, by recognizing procrastination and actively choosing to overcome it, we are taking a stand for our own long-term dreams. So here's a quick exercise for you. Think about a task you have been putting off because it's uncomfortable or difficult. Maybe it's a work project, studying for an exam, or going to the gym. Now ask yourself, am I choosing temporary comfort over the long-term growth? If the answer is yes, it's time to channel your inner Barou, one where you embrace discomfort for the sake of your long-term dreams. Use this exercise to remind yourself that the power to achieve your dreams comes from facing discomfort and persevering through it. In the end, it all comes down to a simple choice: the easy path or the path of growth. It's a choice we face every day, whether it's writing a script for a YouTube video, facing a challenge at work, or pursuing a long-term goal. The easy path might seem tempting with its temporary comfort, but it's the path of growth that truly leads us towards our dreams. So when you find yourself at the crossroads, remember that taking the easy way out may provide short-term comfort, but will not bring you any closer to your goals. Instead, take a deep breath, gather your courage, and choose the path that will challenge you. Accept the discomfort and face the challenges, because it is in those moments that you are laying the groundwork for a future of growth, success, and satisfaction. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.